Hey guys, Chef Jason Hill here, and tonight I am making a dry adobo rub, and it can be used on a lot of meats, poultry, fish, and my favorite, pork tenderloin. So let's get started. Okay, I've got my ingredients set up here for this adobo rub. It's 4 chilies here, 2 which are New Mexico, 2 which are Guajillo, both all dried. Got a teaspoon of pepper flakes, teaspoon of dried oregano, teaspoon of black peppercorn, and 2 tablespoons of whole cumin, 2 tablespoons of fennel seed, 2 tablespoons of mustard seed, teaspoon of thyme, teaspoon of marjoram, and then a healthy tablespoon of kosher salt. Before I use the dried chili, I like to break off the top and kind of open them up and dump out as much of the seeds as possible. All right, I've just preheated my saute pan on high. It's a large pan, and we're going to toast these ingredients. First, I like to add the chilies, and I like to break them up with my hands. Get them into the pan. And then we just follow with the other ingredients. Mustard seed gives a little bit of tang. Pepper flakes, a little heat. Fennel, you're going to get a little bit of this licorice flavor. Cumin. And then some savory thyme, marjoram, and oregano. And I like to leave the salt out. I put that in after. You can see the seeds are popping. You're only going to keep this in here for just a couple minutes. You're going to get this aroma right away. You can see the smoke starting to smoke. And what we're doing is we're just popping the flavors out of all these ingredients. Just try and stir this with a wooden spoon while it's cooking, because if you let it sit, it's going to burn. You don't want it to burn, you want it just to char. Okay, I think it's charred. Definitely can smell the aroma. I'm going to remove the heat. After we take it off the heat, we're going to stir in the salt. Next, you're going to want to transfer it to a spice mill or a coffee grinder. And I'm using my little coffee grinder that I wiped out. Try and get everything in there. Might have to work in batches. Depends on how big your coffee grinder or spice mill is. Grind this down. There you have it. Adobo Dry Rub. I got this recipe a long time ago. It's been a while since I've made it. I'm glad I did. Oh, it's a great recipe. If you want to add some sweetness to this rub, you can add a tablespoon of brown sugar after it's been blended up. Well, there you have it, a dry adobo rub. And like I said, it could go on meats, pork, fish, poultry. Pork, it's really my favorite. So, makes about a cup. You can keep it sealed up in your cupboard for a couple months. And I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thanks for tuning in.